Alright, keep going. Welcome to Demon School Aruma Code. Mary we still on? Or are we still?
I'm not sorry.
Thank you.
All right. And we are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream of another episode of... You know what? I don't feel like saying it this time. Boys, what's the stream called?
Binge
or
Cringe.
Options.
Yes, we're back with another episode of Binge or Cringe.
Binge.
Oh my goodness, binge or binge. No, we've had a bunch of debates about cringe inside our binges. You know that. Especially with, certain individuals, Maestro, who don't like certain...
One at a time, it's just binge with a little bit of cringe that we complain about. All right?
Yeah, well, still. It was this one show that Maestro didn't... One episode he was on, he didn't like...
Oh, refresh my memory. What are we talking about?
Well, I forgot the name of the anime, but we went in, and then every time Risky mentions when he's on GT and how good it was, we just like
Yeah.
What? Like, actually? I mean, okay, you know what? Maybe I gotta take 2 steps back. I haven't watched GT since I was like, what, 14?
GT,
right?
man, the best thing to come out of GT was Dragon Ball 4. I mean, Super Saiyan 4.
Nah, Omega Shenron was pretty fucking cool. I mean, I think it was like a cool concept. The dragons coming back.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
But all right, so let's get to it. Today's episode of Binge or Cringe, we're going to be talking about, and bear in mind, none of us has actually seen it yet. Most of us have read the manga and know what we should be expecting, but we're going to just play around with it and talk about how well it's doing right now and how excited we are for it to come to theaters. Demon Slayer, the Infinity Train arc, and they literally put that into a movie instead of going into the next season, which I think is actually pretty smart on their part because it'll tie into the next season for when we do get it, which we all know that is going to happen. So, start off, let's just give our thoughts and go around the table about what we think about how well they are doing in Japan, because they have beaten one of Studio Ghibli's most top-rated movies, and that was Maestro?
Spirited Away. So apparently Spirited Away had a big record. I forget what it was exactly.
10 billion attendees.
Something like that. It was an absurd amount of money that Spirited Away. It was a record that they held, and as of 3, maybe 4 days ago, the Mugen Train arc, the Infinity Train arc, just took that title from it, and it's just been getting nothing but back-to-back marks, and I'm excited.
Well, you should be excited, man. It's going to be good.
Hell yeah. It's just, I don't know, my thoughts on it would be to add what you said earlier, the idea that it's smart that they're making this arc into a movie, because this arc is that transition from, introducing the characters to now this is the Demon Slayer universe. This is how it's supposed to go. It's going to mark that transition from hey, here are the characters all goofy, still training, and now shit's going to get real.
Right.
And I'm not going
to it's a huge transition. Absolutely. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. The fact that they picked this arc is funny because it's such it gets everything that takes place after this is painted by it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's funny that that's actually said, because you said it's painted by it, or you could also say that it's been after this arc, everything is set in motion. Yeah, yes. Pun intended with the Infinity Train.
I see what you did there, because the locomotive is on track and therefore takes you places.
Oh my god!
I had to be a little cheesy, just a little bit, a little cheesy.
You had to do it to him.
Had to throw a little mozzarella on there. You know what I mean?
I'll go somewhere.
No Munster, bro. No Munster.
I throw a Munster on there for the Munster heads. You know, I got variety of cheeses.
Oh my God, where's Isaiah? That man loves cheese. Anyway,
that man loves cheese. Who doesn't love cheese? Lactose intolerant people.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry for those who are lactose intolerant.
No, they even love cheese. They just can't eat it. They'll probably still eat it, but then just spray it. Right out their ass.
All right.
They'll still eat it.
So
It's like ice cream.
So basically, like we're seeing we're seeing from just looking online and everything, the numbers that they're doing. They're squashing box office sales. And the thing is, it's been in the theaters for what? Going on 3 weeks?
yeah.
Like that's
the middle of a pandemic.
That's ridiculous. What's
ridiculous is the fact that this movie jump-started Japan's box office. That's what's insane. And mind you, it's still in Japan. I can't wait.
Yeah,
it's right. It hasn't even.
Yeah, hasn't even gone international yet, but people are clamoring about it.
Yeah,
all right, fellas, I got a question.
Listen.
Once we get this movie, are y'all doing dubbed or subbed, and why?
Subbed.
Sorry.
Subbed all the way.
Subbed.
It's because the Japanese voices that they're going to be using are going to be, it's going to be closer to what they would, which is the target audience is Japanese people. It's going to be true to their nature, That, and at the same time, although dubs can be great if done right, more often than not, they screw stuff up, especially when you get more into like side note things. Like you could subtitle small notes or signs on that add so much to a scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, when you get into a lot of spiritual topics, which there is going to be a huge portion of it, there's a lot of differences in translation in terms of the breathing. Like styles that they use, the cultural significance of specific things can't be keynoted in a dub,
Right.
It's
and I'm be real with you. Let's say I did watch it in dub. Let's say I said that.
Let's say something really weird happened, and I ended up watching it.
Let's say I did. I'm not going to. Let's just say that's what I decided to do, based off the question you asked. And you know why I said sub over dub? Because I'm gonna be really pissed if whoever is doing the dub voices messes up anybody's name, especially Tanjiro and Nezuko's. I'm gonna be highly pissed. No.
They don't listen. You're not gonna get the horrible like Naruto era choice.
No, he did it, Kobo. I told you to say that correctly.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. We're gonna keep going.
I think we're gonna go with the sub, but I will admit, because I'm sure this is a hot topic on this show, on this stream. Dubs post 2013 have been getting better.
Yes,
right?
I will agree with that. I will.
Yep.
And like I was watching ReZero, the dub, and I was like, this is fine. Like I was like cutting apples, and I was like, let's put something on, and it was fine. Oh no, okay, he's back. But all right, so are we doing projections? What are we talking about? The movie.
So here's what I'm projecting. Not including. This is what I want us to think. Not including sales from Japan. What do you think this is going to do numbers wise in the box office?
To international? Oh, in America?
In America itself. I
don't know, man.
Live action version that will be horrible. All right.
Well, we're not even getting there. First of all, live action series for anything is country bumpkins to anime. So I don't even want to put that to the side. Put that
little box.
We going to close Pandora's box on that.
All right.
Let's stick to the question at hand. What do y'all think is going to do in sales? Like what? Like, and you can even compare it to a sales of a movie that's already done. Like, what do you think is going to beat in the box office?
I think it's going to beat. I think it's going to beat the second My Hero movie, but not the first.
It's already beat the My Hero.
We're talking strictly America, not Japan.
Wait, are we talking both Americas or just North America?
Just North.
Since the series has aired, it has sold 4 times the amount as My Hero Academia. It's about equal to Attack on Titan when it first aired.
That makes sense.
I don't even have a numerical value. But
it don't have to.
Buku?
It don't have to be and the thing is, it don't have to be an anime movie. It could be any movie.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
I'm just going off of Dragon Ball Super Broly's box office.
Okay, yeah, that's a good movie to compare it to.
That's a recent movie. That one came out in America, 2019?
Yeah.
And I think that one grossed $31 million in the United States alone.
Yeah, alone. It did.
Right. So
dude, this is gonna destroy that.
Yeah,
I think and I want to say I don't know because COVID is going to play an X factor.
That's
I know.
what I'm saying.
But here's the thing. Kobo, you're kind of low. We can barely hear you. Here's the thing. If that's the case, if you talk about the COVID playing a part in it, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it's gonna matter. I really don't.
I'm getting it. I don't care.
People
me and the boys,
look.
We rent out AMC.
See, I see. This is what I'm talking about. People, you can rent out an AMC theater by itself, and you can go in, and you can invite whoever you want. So, like, you got enough money. Talks. That's all I know.
6 feet apart. Okay. So, all right. So this it's genius. Somebody drops the 100 for the AMC, right? And then you just invite the boys. And it's like, all right, y'all slide me $10, man. Bring your own popcorn. Bring your own milk duds.
Sneak in your own snacks.
You don't think that Netflix ain't going to grab this and release it in the United States the way they've been doing movies? Yeah, out of control. They're gonna throw that up on Netflix. It's gonna end up being top fucking 5 things watched internationally.
It means top 5. It's gonna be number one. Uno. It's gonna break Netflix records.
It might.
Well, here's the crazy thing. They haven't even grabbed it and put it on. They haven't even put the series on Netflix, which kind of concerns me. I don't think they're gonna grab the movie right away.
If any place grabs the movie first, it's gonna be Crunchyroll or Hulu.
Yeah, if they're smart, they can get the movie. Yeah, getting the series, the licensing for the series, it's a competition still out there. Whereas everyone else is kind of said, okay, Netflix is it, and they put their shit up there. You've still got other groups vying for that release.
Right. Well.
Like Hulu could get it. We don't know.
That's what I'm saying. All right, if I had to choose someone who's going to get it before Netflix, if Netflix isn't ready to sell out the cash, I say Crunchyroll or Hulu. That's just me though, because Crunchyroll has been dealing in a lot of anime, and have been helping publish anime and getting anime out there more than they have before. And they got the movie for whatchamacallit first. What's the name? Goblin Slayer. They had the movie for Goblin Slayer first.
Right.
I mean, Crunchyroll's pretty premier, right? Like they're a leader. It's what, Crunchyroll and Funimation, and it's not a Funimation thing. So.
Well, here's my thing though, and I think the question is falling back on how much money will it do in the box office, because we know it's going to hit Crunchyroll. Like,
that's fair.
That have contracts with these translating companies, like Crunchyroll, Funimation, like we know they're gonna get it. That's regardless.
Yeah, but that's why I think if it's doing so well in the theaters in Japan, even with a pandemic, I feel like they're gonna keep that trend going and then release it to like streaming services. Because think about it, if like Arjun said, if you can rent out an AMC theater for $100 and you can just invite anybody, as long as you sit in a certain amount apart, like, come on. Like, they stand to make a lot of money for that. Huh?
Well,
It's like around that. It's like around that.
Because I feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot if they go that route. Like they're not going to make any bread in the U.S. if they do that.
No, right now we're in a pandemic that was poorly managed.
Well, yeah.
And people aren't going to go out to the theaters. AMC and all those other companies that do movie theaters are actually close to going out of business.
Yeah, I think Regal already filed for bankruptcy.
They're not going to drop
Mhm,
the money to get that to air in the United States, especially if no one's going to go see it. You know.
Shoot, I go see it.
But the trend is airing movies on streaming services. So the chances are is that it will actually end up being released on the streaming service out here. But the question is, if they wait too long, it's going to lose some steam.
Oh, absolutely.
That's true.
So
Gonna lose.
They've got to do it.
Let you see what he did there though. He said steam, like train steam. Steam.
That's funny because locomotives are powered by coal.
Short arc, though. It's a relatively short arc. So for them to cram it into a movie, I mean.
Well, that was the genius of it. They was smart for them to do a movie instead of throwing it in to another season where they have more important stuff to add into the next season.
Can we talk about? Wait, all right. So I don't know if anybody's like watched all the trailers.
Well, you know I haven't.
I've only watched 2 of them.
I've not watched any trailers because they be spoiling.
Well, he's watched every trailer.
I think there's only like 3 or 4.
I want to be surprised, you know. I don't want to see too much of the awesomeness because trailers can ruin a movie if
they can. But I feel like each trailer that was presented to us was done in a way that doesn't ruin it, and it takes an actual reader of the manga to notice what was happening in the trailers, and that's what.
Well, that's my problem with it. See, we already know the story because we read the manga. So the movie is just really going to be the visual element to the story.
Right, and this is
watching the trailer, you're going to lose those like the awesome moments they show you.
I think that's false. Going back to what we were talking about prior, I just love the idea that they took all the money, like and you see it in the visuals.
That's true.
They took all the money that they got from the anime and they dumped it into the production team, and the animation is so beautiful. I rewatched that trailer maybe like 12, maybe 13 times at work 3 days ago, just to admire the animation.
All I'm gonna say is this. Ino Kami Kagura Enbu. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say right there. Okay.
Try hearing that in dub.
Huh?
Try hearing that in dub.
Yeah. That was beautiful when he said that. That aggression when he said that in the oh man. He snapped. Tanjiro is my man. I don't care what anybody say. He out here getting it. He out here killing everybody.
Is there anyone that dislikes Tanjiro?
No, there isn't. And then I need my man Shinichi. What's his name? Shinichi Zunatsu. What? I always mess it up. Shinichi. My man over here with the thunderclap. Like
that boy be yelling for no reason.
I love that man. Apparently, he's number 1 in the Demon Slayer favorite characters list.
That's because when my boy go unconscious, he a whole different being, bro. Like
okay. So if I can hop on here, things now I didn't read the manga, so y'all who read the manga, I know I'm interested in hearing what y'all are excited for. I'm excited for the following because I did not read the manga. Right, so the way that the first season ended. Now, one of my favorite things about Demon Slayers and one element of storytelling that I find fulfilling is like you see the training, you see it. Like I think that's really why I like the Soul Society arc of Bleach, but not like why
because you see it
versus Byakuya.
Because you see the improvement.
It's always going to be like have more weight than Ichigo versus Ulquiorra to me because like. It's like anyway, we're not talking about that. But I love seeing the payoff, right? So at the very end of the season 1, we see the boys out here blowing up gourds with nothing but like just breathing techniques. And Zenitsu did it when he was conscious. And I love like Inosuke was all about that smoke and then got bodied. And then I was like, damn, what they gonna do with my boy? Like, he was about to smoke. Now I'm trying to see what that smoke is now that he can do this.
I mean, he's still not. I mean, I'm just saying. I love the two of them, but like when it comes to Tanjiro on some other stuff. Like my man be out here just like he beat. First of all, he did beat up Sinosuke. He headbutted him and broke his whole skull.
Concussion.
And broke his ribs.
Yeah, he broke his ribs. He definitely broke his ribs, yo. Yeah, he broke the lower ribs too. He got all three. Like.
Tanjiro be out here smelling people emotions. I was like, boy, how? Like, wait.
Yeah, it's the nose that knows. Like,
follow your nose wherever it goes.
Yeah,
I'm just really excited, and I don't know who this dude, this Entei looking dude is. I don't know what he's about. I'm really excited about.
Don't and keep that to yourself. Hold him down.
I'm excited to see the difference between they said flame breathing is not fire breathing.
No, it's two different forms.
It's not flame breathing, and don't ever get it confused. And I was like, oh
yeah,
sorry.
No,
people
it's a disrespect thing. It's completely disrespectful. It's all fire breathing.
Is a huge root to the whole story. So.
Yeah, but what I'm excited for is Tanjiro getting answers to the second form of breathing that he knows from his father. That's what I'm excited for. And the thing is, I obviously already know what happens, but like, what?
You're almost crossing that boundary.
I know. That's why I didn't cross it. That I stopped. But I'm excited for that and how it plays out, like animation wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about, and I promise you, it's gonna be the prettiest scene in that movie.
Not to mention, I want to see Nezuko evolve more.
You just gonna keep talking, huh?
I'm done. That's all I said. That's all I said. I didn't do no spoiler.
This stream may contain spoilers.
The story is
like right now. The anime
is right there. You know where the story's gonna go in this arc.
Yeah.
But so I'm going in, and really it's the action. I want to see them kill it with the animation in this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did so well with just a series. I want to see what they do with budget. You know.
They gonna whip it out. They gonna show that thing, okay? That's what they're gonna do.
And then the best part about it is, based off the money that they already made, when they shell that cash out back into the second season, it's a wrap. That visual is going to be the most beautiful visual ever to be seen.
So, guys, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I know this is not really a normal structure of following the narrative, like, having a 20-something episode season and then a movie that encompass a whole arc. How do we feel about that? How do you feel about because I know movies usually were like, okay, is this canon? Is this not canon? What are we doing here?
So, are you asking how do we feel about them doing an arc from making it canon?
How do you guys feel about it? Not even specific to Demon Slayer, but like, how do we feel about this as a storytelling setup?
I think it's genius.
Yeah, it's definitely genius.
Yeah, genius. Like, that is the one word we can all use to describe it. It's genius.
Like we've said multiple times already. It's smart the way they're doing it for the simple fact that they're taking one of the shortest arcs, putting it into a movie, but that arc is going to carry you over into what's going to happen next for the next season and how important it is.
Yeah.
So,
for me, it's the habit of making movies that are just side stories. You know, you burn out on that because you're gonna go see the movie. It might be entertaining, might be awesome, but you know that there's gonna be another season after this, and the story goes on. So it's not going to tackle any of the important questions for the most part. A lot of times it's just a side story.
mm-hmm.
There might be a little bit of character development, but it's not. It's an afterthought to the whole story, and that's how I feel about a lot of movies that come out now.
That's cool. All right, so seeing as we get a pretty resounding positive, what do you think are some drawbacks? And then, once again, this doesn't have to be. I know Demon Slayer fits well with this because, like you say, they are taking the shortest arc. Just from a storytelling standpoint, what are some possible drawbacks of having this set up as opposed to either 12 episode season or 16 or not 16, 13 episode season?
Even in a 12 episode season, there's so much story that, like, you have to think each episode's 20 minutes, and they're gonna have to take 12 episodes and cram them into a hour and 45-minute movie.
Right.
You know,
So something can be missed.
Yeah, that's the only drawback. You could miss some key details, or they could leave some key details out. That's the only drawback.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times they end up cutting whole sections, and it kills the movie. You know.
Yeah, like for example, God of High School. God of High School and the manga for God of High School were similar, but not similar. There was some things that they cut, some things that they didn't add, or some things that they tweaked and what do you call it, revamped for the anime itself.
I have to say that of all the series I've seen go from manga to an actual anime, they cut the most out I've seen. They changed the most I've ever seen in an anime.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen them cut out stuff like characters or
Who is fiddling with a mic or something?
But I've never seen them cut or completely change pivotal points in an anime. But they did that with God of High School, and it kind of threw me for a loop initially. I wasn't sure how I felt about it.
Right.
I think one example off the top of my head, I don't think this actually counts, but Blue Dragon, the manga for Blue Dragon is like not the anime. It's like almost. It's actually
not.
Two different series actually.
Yeah, it's not.
So I guess this doesn't really count. But
you guys remember when they made the first Final Fantasy movie? Everyone was expecting it.
Oh, what, the Spirits Within?
Yep, everyone was expecting
Oh,
it to be
man.
like the games, and it was nothing like it, and people hated on it for that. But it was actually probably one of the best written, like, 3D movies.
Paved the way for a lot, you know? But man, it was
paved the way for Advent Children, which was awesome.
It's true. How do we even get here? How do we get here?
We got here because you asked the question of how do we think it's gonna, what's the drawbacks and what's the positives of the movie being canon.
Yeah, no, I just went off on a tangent.
Well, myself too. I started it with the comparison, but all right. So I guess for now, my final question. So before we wrap things up, are you? If it does come to theaters, are you going to see it? And if not, how? And if it does come to a streaming service, what streaming service would you prefer it on?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to movie theaters. So I don't go to the movies regularly.
Well,
so,
you know.
Like, you ever been in a movie theater when the lights are on? You ever see the floors?
I don't. No, I don't look at the floors. I just walk out.
My best friend used to work at a movie theater, and so we used to go down there and watch movies for free all the time. And let me tell you something. Most of the time I spent in a movie theater was with the lights on, and it was the most disgusting experience.
No. This is why I don't look at them before they turn the lights on. I leave. I already know the floor is sticky. I'm not doing that.
Smart choice, because sometimes it's not sticky because it's just popcorn.
I know that. Don't, Cobalt, stop. Stop.
Yeah, it's also Skittles.
All right. Who's next to answer my question?
I'll say if it's the movie tavern, if the movie tavern gets the rights to put that movie on, I'm gonna do it. I don't know if you ever been to the movie tavern.
I have been to the movie tavern. It's very nice. Very nice.
It's very nice, and you can see the floors because you can walk around. There's space.
Nobody stomping Starburster now.
Nah, because you know what? They serve like burgers and pizza. They don't do candy. They do food and drinks. It's an adult place.
Oh yeah, that's like the Cineplex out here. I might do it if it were there. I don't know. The whole like movie theater thing died on me because of those years.
You two still didn't answer the second part of my question. If not the movie
service,
yes.
I personally prefer. You think Netflix? I'm gonna go with Verve, honestly. Only
Verve?
because it's multi-platform. Yeah, I mean, it partners up with all these streaming services already.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do Funimation, they do Crunchyroll, and they're not what's the word? It's something like, no. It's I don't know. It's not like they're a third-party app. They're a major app that partnered with these other apps, and they get the rights to those anime just like anyone else. Like
That's true.
when the Tiny the Evil movie came out.
Oh
I
my
was
goodness,
at,
you.
shut up! Let me have this. I was at work, and it scarred me for life because I bought these tickets and I couldn't go. Okay. But when the Tiny and the Evil movie came out, and I had bought these tickets, I couldn't go to Neshaminy. I was bummed out because apparently somebody called out and I had to pick up a shift. So I got the refund on my tickets. I was bitter about my shift, and then maybe like 6 months later, obviously they removed it off the theater lineup. So 6 months later, I go on Verve and I see Time of the Evil, the movie ad came out. I'm like, bet, all right, say no more. So now it's on Verve through Crunchyroll, but I still got it. And I don't know, I like the convenience of it. I mean, you pay for Verve.
Whoever gets it, that's where I'm going to see it. Yeah, so that's a gimme. I'd like it to be on Netflix just because I have easy access to Netflix. But yeah, I'd be down with Verve or Crunchyroll.
What about you, Argent?
Y'all seem to think it's a joke, man. I'm renting out this AMC in Cherry Hill. All right, even if it's just me. Even if it's me and the boys, I'm like, all right, boys, we're going to keep a tape measure 6 feet apart. We masked up. Yo, we got the goggles too. All right, they're going to think it's a whole line of main characters from the Digimon series. All right, in Cherry Hill. All right. Y'all think it's a game. I will drop $115.
And
then play Smash afterwards. Hello?
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely got to do that. I definitely got to run out of theater to play Smash Brothers.
I think with this story, like, I don't have any alliance to any streaming service. It's like y'all all take my money, and like right. I'll watch exactly one thing on all of y'all. So, but it's nice to have the options.
Right.
I'm actually about that. When I get off this call, I'm going to do the Disney, Hulu, ESPN package.
Oh, that $12.99 thing.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be for $12.99, but
I think it's like 12 months.
And then other things happen.
All right, for me, depending on the theater, or if Argent does what he does, I might slide that way. So my answer to that is yes. Streaming wise, I definitely probably like Netflix or Hulu or Crunchyroll, but if I had to choose out of the three, definitely Crunchyroll.
Do y'all have any like alliances to any streaming services? I feel
not really. No.
I pay for Verve and it gives me all the content I want.
I don't have no actual alliance. Do I prefer one over the other? Maybe, yeah.
I have like zero alliance to any of them.
So, all right. Well, I think we've covered a lot. And we did it in record time, boys. Anybody want to say anything else regarding this before we get out of here?
Without ruining it, who's your favorite Upper Moon?
No, I'm not answering that.
Don't be doing that.
I'm not answering that.
Don't be doing
I'm not answering that.
No.
It's
they haven't even introduced the moons yet. No, we can't.
They barely introduced the lower moons.
We're gonna meet the first one and the movie.
I joke.
And they barely introduced the lower moons. I mean, he done killed all of them off except one.
I know. Look, all I know is it's gonna be dope.
It is. If I could say anything, it's everybody watch the series. It's almost, how dare I say, quintessential. Like, it's just awesome.
It will become a classic. It's already a classic. It's, if you like anime, it should be on your list of animes to watch.
Exactly. All right.
Like anime, you don't belong here. Get out.
So,
to what?
Damn.
So to wrap this up, glad everybody can watch. Glad you good boys could be here for this. I did really enjoy this discussion. It's not something that we normally do, considering usually we talk about stuff we've already seen or watched, or this was something a little different. Kind of like it's similar to what me and Kobold and Risky did that one time where we was discussing the fall anime coming out.
Binge on binge on binge or something like that.
We actually just ran down the list of all the fall anime that we're currently all watching right now, like Kaisen, Jujutsu Kaisen, and all that. Like we just was like reading the descriptions and everything and seeing what we thought would be good and not. This is kind of similar to that, just predictions. But
I guess what was this a binge or cringe episode?
it was. I will say it's a binge or cringe episode because if you have not watched that show, you get smacked 5 different times.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're cringe for not
'Cause you
watching
need to
anime.
get-
Binge or cringe episode, but really we just binged on the binge.
Yes, exactly.
No one knows.
I don't care. Look, it still falls in the category of binge or cringe. I'm putting it in the list.
You're right.
So, but as always, I have been today with this episode of Binge or Cringe. I've been joined by my boys Cobalt 70, Argent, and Maestro. And as you already know, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made it known. Later.